welcome back for the third installment of this three-part series. This week we are doing brows. So this would be my brow routine. I show you exactly how I do my brows, why I do them, how I do them, and then also the products I use and that is involved in getting my brows like this. So if you want to see how I do that, you can keep on watching, and then at the end of the video, please hit the subscribe button. Watch the two previous videos if you haven't seen them. They would be my foundation routine and my highlight and contour routine. And you'll follow all my socials down in the description box. They would be there, and then also the previous videos will be there. You'll see Yuvi makes an appearance in my first video. I'll show you how the setup looks at the back there. You'll see a little bit of a behind the scene, and then yes, please keep on watching. Here we are again, part 3 of the video. This is now my brow routine, my current brow routine, the brow routine I've been using for I think 2 years now. So yeah, let's just get started. We've already done the foundation, we've done the highlight. You can go check out the 2 previous videos for that. That would be in the description bar below, and I keep spitting on the camera. Yeah, so the brows are your frames for your face. They're your sisters, not your twins, and it's been a crazy 2-3 years of trending brows. So I've got brows, but I don't have shaped brows. So to do that, we will be filling them in, we'll be setting them nicely so that we can look a bit more, instead of flat, we can look a bit more, not like that, but just a little bit more put together and framed for the face. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you my products, which is only I think 2 things. I don't do the hectic Instagram brow where you fill in this poor brow of yours with powders and what do you call these, pomades, and then sculpting it out with your concealer and then setting it and then doing this and that, and that's way too much drama for me. I like a nice sculpted brow, but not that it looks sticked on, you know. So we are just doing, I wouldn't say a fluffy brow because that's a bit too much. Yuvi is watching me again. You'll see in the first video that she is jamming here in my room while I film. Ja, ons almal is. Asseblief. You're gonna have to wait, darling. So the 2 brow products I use is the LA Girl Slim Shady Brow Pencil. I feel like this is definitely 100% a direct dupe to the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencils. I haven't tried those, but from all the reviews and all the videos and all the looks I've seen, this is literally the closest you'll get to it. I really love these pencils. I have it in like 5 different colors. I use it on all my clients. The one thing I must say, there's just a little bit too little of a product in this, and I use about 2 to 3 a month. But you know what? I don't care. It's affordable. It's 80 bucks. I found them on special in Discount just last week for 50 rand, so I bought 4 of them. But these are literally, I can't say good enough things about these brow products. So I really love it. The one I'm using is in soft brown for the first half of my brow, and for the tail and the end, the arch and the end, the tail, I use medium brown. Sometimes when my hair was a bit darker, I used brunette and espresso, but these 2 are the ones that I'm using right now. With that, accompanying that, I've got my Lash and Brow Mascara from Essence. As you can see, it's been quite used up. It's like brown already, but I've got another one with me. The other one I also use is the MAC Brow Set, which is great. It sets your brow definitely. This one is much more affordable and it does exactly the same thing. So these are the 2 things that I use. Sometimes I do go in with a concealer because I go too high on my arch and I just like to carve that bit out. But that's about it, because I feel like doing a really sticked on brow really makes you look, I won't say fake, but a bit too much. I feel like it's way too much. It looks really nice, but it's just way too much. So just a normal fill in and set just makes it look so natural, and I really do get a lot of compliments, hence this video. So let's continue. The dogs are starting to bark. let's go. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Slim Shady Brow Pencil. This is soft brown. And I'm just gonna take the spoolie and brush the hairs up because we're gonna start carving from the bottom. Filling in, not carving, we're filling in from the bottom. There's a very thin, it's a super thin, as you can see, and it's very light, so it's very buildable. Super thin little thing, applicator, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to start from the bottom, just drawing a little line like that. As you can see with me drawing that line, the sparse areas there. So it's from there. What you do is you measure it from your nose to your tear duct, which is where your brow should start. Then from there you go to the nose to determine your arch. You go, I'm not explaining this right, from your nose to where your pupil is, that would be your arch, and then at the end of your brow would be where the end of your eye is. That is your shape of your brow. So after I've drawn that line, I'm just gonna, from the start up until about the half of my brow, flick that like that, just to create like strokes, hair strokes. And as you can see, that already looks better. This is the most important part. Flicking up, not going far from your brow because then you'll create hairs there. So just gently flicking up a few times, filling in that sparse areas. As you can see, that already looks so much better. And then as I'm going, I'm also just brushing it out to make sure that it looks as natural as possible. And then after that bit is done, we are going to go in with our darker color, because you want a gradient brow. You don't want your front of your brow to look the same or the same color as your tail. It's more for a gradient so that you can have a more natural brow, and it really looks nice if everything is like gradually going like to the side, not everything the same, because then it looks sticked on. So for this one, as you can see, that is a little bit darker. So then we're just going to brush that up again, and then I'm going to just do the strokes on this side of the brow. And then I'm going to go in from the top where my arch naturally is. You can either create your arch as well when looking like this, or like measuring it out. You can kind of create your brow. You can create your, what do you call this? Your arch. I can't speak. Don't go and create a triangle. Just try and make a naturally arch. Just try and give it a bit more volume in your brow. So a bit more, I want to say hairy, but that's not the right word. It's creating a bit more of a structure here. So just by creating a little bit extra strokes, you can already see I've got an arch coming along. And then just flicking it to the side. I don't know how to pronounce the words, get the right words, or even explain how I'm doing this. I feel like it's very much trial and error to get the right brow. So practice, 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 and I'm sure you'll figure out your brow. I'm just doing the strokes. Brushing out as we go along to make sure that everything still looks quite natural. I need to trim my brows as well. And then make sure that the tail is not one big block, but that it actually goes down into a little line. So what I do is I take a, what do you call this? A small foundation brush, concealer brush, whatever's left on it from when I've either applied concealer or used it somewhere else. I just go over that just to make sure that there's no weird lines or anything, just to clean it up but not like carve it out, so that it looks something like that. And then I just go in to make sure everything looks nice and neat. And then I just go over with my spoolie again. And that is then one brow done. As you can see, it looks so much better. It's just a fill-in. It doesn't look sticked on. Nice and natural, especially here in the front. And then when you are done filling in, or just like doing you on that side of the brow, I go in with my brow gel and I literally brush it up. If your hairs are going far off of the brow, you can just take a small scissor and just cut the pieces, the extra length off from the width and your brow shape, basically. So just like that. And then that is the before and the after. So I'm quickly going to do the other brow and then we'll be done. This brow sometimes plays me and then I don't get a nice arch like this brow, or this one looks better than this one. Just remember that your brows are definitely not twins and they don't need to look exactly the same, because our faces aren't symmetrical as well. So if the one's a bit more arched than the other one, just try and mimic the one from the other and just try to get it as you would like it. If you like them not the same, then just keep it like that. If you are OCD and you want to keep them exactly the same, then you sit and you do that and you get your brows the way you like them. So I'm just finishing up and then we're done. So the last bit to finish off this brow is definitely your brow highlight. I feel like this finishes the look and it completes your brow, as it gives that extra highlight on the arch of your brow. So you can use your highlighter you use on your face. You can use a matte, like lightish pink or vanilla shade. But the one I always go back to, I don't do the same as my highlighter, is from my Jaclyn Hill, I almost said Jeffree Star, from my Jaclyn Hill palette. And this is the shade in light. It's the first shade in the palette. This is what it looks like. It's super, super light. I always use this every single day for the last year and a half. I got this palette I think 2 years ago. And I use a small brush. This is a really, really, really small brush that I use to get into my inner corners as well as my arch. This is the Morphe M168 brush and it's perfect for that. So I just take a bit on my brush. As you can see, I'm going to go into my inner corner. So that is the inner corner highlight that it creates. It's really amazing. An inner corner highlight just completes the look. It makes you look so awake and everyone just keeps on staring and they can't stop staring at your inner corners. So I always get so many compliments on when I highlight my inner corner, because it makes you look so awake. If you do a nice brown smoky eye and you add that inner corner highlight, it just makes it look out of this world and it takes it to that next level. So I do inner corner highlight and then whatever's left on the brush, because this is a quite potent highlight, I just go into the brow right at the arch. You can do the whole brow and just like start here and then go all the way around. That just finishes off and it gives you that pop in the brow to make sure that they look extra glam. So that then completes this brow routine, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. This is how I do my brows every single day of my life. And I don't think I'll ever get microblading, because that's also another new thing, is getting microblading. I know it's easier, but I like doing my brows, so I'll definitely keep them like this. I can definitely see that they are not twins. I feel like they're not even siblings. The one is much higher than the other one, but this is what I look like. Let's just see if we can fix this guy. Let's do a bit of concealer. See if that helps. This eye's like nerve is also much higher. I always tend to do that in my pictures, so it's a bit weird. If I frown like that, they look much better, but See, daily struggles of getting a perfect brow. This is what it looks like. So this is it. If you haven't seen the other 2 videos, please go check that out. It'll be in the description box below. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. This is now the last of the 3-part series. Next up, we'll do a skincare routine. Yes. And then maybe like doing lashes or liner or something like that. So please let me know down below what you would like to see my routine is, or what you can't do I can help you with. And then also please subscribe to my channel. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.